perfect.
I was paying you a compliment, asshole. You cut me off.
Just starting the show, but we normally do. Episode 51. Welcome to the Episode Gaming Podcast.
I'm trying to give you a compliment, and then you cut me off. I swear. Y'all.
I just have the worst
Marcel anymore. I don't. I'm sorry. I
have too modest. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't. Maybe I don't know. I appreciate it though. Thank you. But Steve S, how are you doing?
Which one?
Which one? Yeah,
me.
Oh, I gotta separate you two.
We need at least one.
This was an accident, y'all. By the way, we were just two great Steves thinking alike. That's what it was,
buddy. That's it. If anyone wants to question our friendship, give them this for evidence. I'm
proof.
doing really good. I'm a little sleepy, a little tired after Fan Expo weekend. We've also got a bunch of reviews going on at the same time, so it's just.
I think you're also sleepy because of another reason. Something big. As well.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, getting my names in the credits of a video game alongside my good pal Riley.
No, but I mean something bigger than that too.
What was that?
Be because of the big arc.
Oh, big! Oh, huge!
Well, you already forgot. It was so big.
That's
like this. You're tired.
I know. Happy Big Arc Day to everyone who celebrates. Yes. I know Marcel, you did. Yeah, I taste tested that new McDonald's burger. That McDonald's.
Is it good? Oh, I forgot about that. I need. All right, I'm ordering that for dinner. That's what I'm
there you go. Yeah. Full transparency. McDonald's did send me one at the right hour of noon. So I got to
had it for lunch. Not bad.
Had it for an early lunch. It's good. It's a little overbearing. I mean, it's enough to split with two people. But it's essentially if you took
that big.
It's essentially if you took a double quarter pounder, a Big Mac, and the Southwestern burger, whatever it is, and just smushed them all together.
I'm scared.
It's a lot.
You should. How many calories is it?
Don't want to know. Don't tell me. Don't look it up. No one. I didn't ask. I definitely
didn't ask. Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it up on the app.
Please don't.
What's going on there?
Please don't do that.
Shut your mouth.
Just have another. Yeah.
Oh dear God! I just like Uber Eats basically the big arc extra value meal. 1,300 to 1,600 calories.
I already pressed the record button. I can't do it again. All right.
I mean, I don't know what okay, so it looks like that. Oh my God, I don't even know if that includes like the fries and all that too. But damn,
I had to omit the fries and drink. I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
had to omit.
It's really
1,600 calories. That's like almost a daily limit.
Well, I mean, it has what is it? It's fries in it, right? So
I think.
So it's fries. It's you're right. Yeah, it's a bit fries, Big Mac, and is it? I guess a quarter pounder.
The sandwich on its own is 1,040 calories.
Yeah, so it's about the Big Mac.
Great.
It's about the same. I think the same amount of calories as Big Mac, or close to.
Big Mac is 560 calories.
Oh, never mind.
God damn it.
Yeah. Well, if we do the value meal, the max is 1,100 calories. So it's even the meal. It's more less than a big.
I don't have to eat for the rest of the day.
I did go to the gym. I was a healthy little boy.
Okay,
afterwards.
all right. So you got it balances out
to get my food. So.
Did you go after or before?
After.
Okay, good.
Against my better judgment.
Well, maybe you need one of these to.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Oh, there we go.
Maybe you need one of these.
Yeah,
I love Carrie's look.
Carrie's low. I don't know about
moments.
I don't know seconds. You might want to regret
before.
Yeah,
a life-altering decision right here for audio listeners. That is an apocalypse pepper. Riley, what was it?
Armageddon pepper.
Armageddon pepper, the third hottest pepper in the world that me and Riley
shared.
Yeah, shared on the floor of Real Sports.
So according to Google,
at night.
According to Google, the Armageddon pepper is classified as exceptionally hot and is rated on the Scoville heat scale at 1.3 million units, which is about 400 times hotter than the typical jalapeno pepper.
Yeah, can confirm.
Yeah, that feels right.
Can confirm that within mere moments of me taking a bite out of that guy, my hands began to convulse and I had the hiccups.
Yeah, instantly. Second I hadn't even swallowed it and I had the hiccups. So
okay.
Oh, that's your diaphragm just freaking out.
Did you do the Homer Simpson thing of just lining your mouth and throat with wax?
With wax, yeah.
and just
Neil, do you really think that these two planned anything?
I mean, That's how Homer was embarrassed the first time. So now you have to go back and line it with wax and then show up and deliver.
It's all going to be worth it because we did this and got in the credits of a video game.
That's it.
Just to clarify.
Like, again, there are easier ways to get into credits for a video
I don't really
game.
think there is.
I'm sure there was a Kickstarter option.
Now I'm going to live forever.
I like how you guys didn't explain anything with the story, so no one has any idea what's happening.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
I mean, we could.
You take it away, Steve.
Oh, okay. So Marcel here put on a fantastic after party at Fan Expo at Real Sports here in downtown Toronto.
Fantastic.
It was a fantastic.
It was a banger. It was a banger of a party.
Basically, like we took over the bottom floor of Real Sports. And
yeah, that's impressive to say the least. If y'all don't know Real Sports, it is the bar right across from the Scotiabank Arena where the Raptors and the Maple Leafs play. It is the place you go to. If you can't get tickets to get into a game, you go there because they have a giant, 100-foot screen or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's we took it over. We shut that place down.
Yeah, we took it over. We took it downstairs and upstairs at one point. So I didn't even know.
So in the middle of Real Sports, there were about like 4 or 5 indie game developers that got to show off their games on, work in progresses and stuff like that. And at about 10:30 at night, I was like, you know what? It's time for me to be hitting the old dusty trail, but I'm going to go to the washroom first. Did that, came back, and I saw my good pal Riley here. He was playing a game called Space Punk Survival. He was just about to beat it. I walked over. I was like, oh, this is cool. It kind of looks like an original Doom game, if you will. And I was like, okay, this is
mixed with
cool.
COD Zombies.
A little bit, yeah. So you beat the demo, and this gentleman, the developer of the game, he had little gift baggies to the side, and I was like, oh, did he create characters from the game and just he's giving them out? No, they were these peppers, these very spicy peppers, and maybe I'm foolish. Someone can call me dumb, an idiot, but I challenged him. I said, if I eat this right now, can you put me in the game? And he said, no, I couldn't do that. That's a lot. And, that's totally fair and understandable. So what I then said was, if me and Riley here split the pepper on the floor of Real Sports right now at 11 o'clock, you have to put us in the credits of the game. He obliged. So.
Yep. He took our names down.
Swiftly within, I would say there was about 30 seconds of deliberating to think this one over, and then we just went for it.
But did anybody sign anything?
Did you spell? I hope you spelled your names right. I hope.
Yeah,
I did. Steve wrote our names down. Yeah,
but if no one signed anything, he's not obligated to do jack shit.
I know, but it's his word. His word.
Yeah, it's word. I don't know.
Which I mean, give him credit, right? When we don't know yet, right? Like, give him some time. True. This just happened on the weekend.
It was not a very well thought out plan on our part or anyone's part. It was just happening. It was just something we negotiated.
Also, huge liability on this guy's part.
Huge.
Peppers,
and Marcel with the party, Real Sports itself. I
had no idea any of that was
also
going on.
Huge liability for him having your names in the credits. We don't know what you two've been up to.
Just eating peppers.
Starts now.
We're just eating peppers.
We're just pepper pals over here.
It's gonna be it's just pepper pals.
Pepper pals.
There we go again.
I said it to Ange and Carrie, but you two are your own worst influences.
I'm well aware.
100%.
I'm well aware.
We egg each other on to do stupid shit.
But Steve, to your original point, all the games that you rightfully got your name in the credits for, you've had to do actual work.
You still had to do work.
Riley and I didn't.
But that's
how was your crap after? Was it hurting? That's some work to live with.
Get
that
down
after.
to brass tacks.
Was there any
Let's get down to the dirt.
We were able to kind of encase the pepper. We drank a ton of milk at the bar, which is disgusting to do at midnight.
After so many Miller Lights,
it doesn't mix well.
So many Miller Lights.
Because you know what's the irony about this too? Because at the beginning when I saw Steve and Ange, he was like, "Oh man, I downed the coffee." I'm like, "Why don't you just get a coffee at the bar?" He's like, "I don't know, that's weird." Just to find out you had milk at a bar. Coffee at a bar? That's weird. Why would I do that?
Yeah, why would I do that?
Yeah.
Sipping milk from the same glass as Riley.
Yeah, we just kept going back and forth. Yeah.
I mean, just shout out to the bartenders.
So romantic.
Shout out to the bartenders for like having milk on hand, because that you could have had it much worse.
Oh yeah, they came in clutch.
If that milk wasn't there, I think it would have been. Really
I had to run the
bad. Like, I was
longest.
breathing.
And also-
every time I exhaled, it just burned. Like
Also, shout out to Dana over at CGM who
Huge.
came in clutch with Tums.
Yeah, she had
Tums,
Tums. Oh my god, absolutely huge.
She had it in like a little those like mom pill bottles that.
I mean, that's the mom in her, right?
That's the mom in her,
she's
yeah.
ready, yeah,
I got
she's
you,
ready to
you
go.
honey. Don't worry. Mommy's gonna fix this. Other Steve Vest, I guess. That's how you doing. I guess.
We're keeping it. We're keeping it today.
I think you
It's
just
what
call
happens.
one Steve in the other vest.
Steve
Who's
Vest. Who's who?
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, I would say the Steve that ate the pepper earns the right to Steve. And the other's vest. Sorry, Steve Sailor.
It's fine.
Vest. I mean, sorry, Vest.
I'd say something, but I don't want to break an NDA. So
I know, yeah, I was gonna
yeah.
Do it.
Yeah,
Do it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
name the name.
I don't know.
Do it.
I know how to keep a secret. Not really. Legally, no. I know how to keep a secret.
On a personal level, can't trust him with a secret.
No, not at all. Not at all. I just love hot goss. That's what it. That's what it is.
Steve Best with his hot goss, and Steve and Riley with their hot peps.
There we go. Hot peps and hot goss. That's the name of the title of this episode.
There you go.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Podcast right there, Hot Peps.
Let's get rid of everyone else. Is our new
Yeah.
podcast? Hot goss and hot peps.
Yeah.
I'd watch it.
Wait, what was the original question? Who are you asking?
How are you doing? I guess how are you?
Yeah, doing all right. Doing all right.
You know.
It's a new week. The Fan Expo is over. And I'm just it was a long weekend, but coming up on another long weekend. So I don't know. I'm just playing games, having fun. How about you guys? How about the others? How about other Steve?
How about Riley? No, Steve had his old moment there.
Oh, okay. All right, fine.
Yeah, we're on the list.
He doesn't deserve another.
Yeah, outside of what Steve was talking about, just not too much. Like we had some good sales at Walmart over the weekend. We partnered with Paramount to do the Ninja Turtles booth, which was really cool. We did that last year as well, and they're always great to collaborate with. And I feel like today's a really good Tuesday because like Oasis got back together in the Sonic, Sonic movie. Oh yeah, they got
they have a countdown for her. Yeah,
so they're back at like
Sonic 3
Sonic movie dropped. We had 2 Nintendo Directs.
Yeah,
that's rare.
I was gonna bring that up after we give Camille a chance as well. We just do like a quick little recap.
Like both Gallagher brothers.
Like they're together.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And not calling each other potatoes or whatever it was before. Yeah.
Oh wow. I saw the countdown. I didn't know it was official. Anyway, sorry. Yeah. I digress.
Right now they just have UK tour dates, UK and Ireland.
Oh gosh, I gotta go.
Pretty cool.
To the UK, I guess. I don't know.
And then there's a rumor they have a North American tour date, and Toronto is one of the stops.
No.
Oh yeah. So Toronto, Boston, LA, Mexico City, and I think there was another one, New York, probably.
My bets are the tour won't even complete.
They're going
to argue. They're going to argue. They're going to break up.
They got to get through this tour and then do that. Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, one of them got divorced, so hopefully he needs the money bad enough. Honestly.
Ryan Reynolds, it's Hugh Jackman. Like he needs the money.
God, yeah.
Camille, how are you doing?
And like, what's like Derek Whibley also had.
Oh my god! Who else is down that rabbit hole right now?
I am.
I'm so locked in for this.
Anyways, I'm doing good.
Mm-hmm.
I just got back from Boston. I wish I could have went to the Twitch meetup. Did not. But the cards were not in my favor.
I took off the list. It's okay. All right.
And well, good thing I was even on the list. Yeah. But it looked really fun actually. And there was a few people that reached out and said they hoped I'd be there. But
yeah, we had a whole booth for you. You had a
Wasn't
meet and
us.
greet, and you weren't even there, so you weren't.
Yeah. Okay.
Riley sat in and started signing
Yeah, he started
autographs.
signing stuff for you. He
Yeah,
did. He
I was
pulled a
signing
whole.
stuff.
What's his face? Who's his friends are signing for him. Anyway, that's a whole other dark rabbit hole.
Yeah, but I missed Fan Expo. I missed a lot
beastly.
of things. Oh.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
What?
I don't want to say any names, but
I feel like Steve is kind of like, I don't know, Camille. You try to look at me and figure that one out. I don't got it over both of our heads. But yeah, no, I missed Fan Expo, missed Steve's panel. I was so sad, but I heard from the people on the panel that it was really good and really, really fun. But I enjoyed laying back in Boston. I've been thinking about going to PAX, but I don't know because it's like this weekend.
you got a couple days to figure it out.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah,
You
well,
probably now.
I do the last minute flyouts sometimes. So, but I don't know. I'm feeling very comfy at home, so
That's fair.
I may just do that, and I may do the TwitchCon thing. So if I do TwitchCon, maybe I won't do PAX. We'll see.
I'll be there, and Steve, sorry, Vest will be there.
Yeah, not me.
No, that's sorry. Yeah, I don't know.
Wow, I just was like, okay, how much are flights if I was going to fly out tomorrow and already
Yeah.
in Seattle? I'm already looking at like $1,400.
But
Yeah,
not only
but
that, though, but like, where are
why-
you staying? That's another thing.
Oh well,
Those are
that's
friends.
fine. I actually reserved a hotel, but I'm not. I didn't.
Just make sure you.
But
cancel.
also,
Looks like
like,
you make sure you
that's why-
cancel.
That's why you have I do that so often, but I do cancel on time. But I make sure I have a friend who works for an airline and you get really good discounts. So
Oh yeah.
I need one of those friends badly.
Is he looking for other friends?
no, they're not looking for us. Back off.
Just our
My
whole
friend.
profile.
My
whole
friend I can
profile,
take
like,
advantage
I'm
of for
looking
free
for only
flight.
airline friends.
Yeah.
That's
So
all I
you need
want.
an airline
friends.
friend.
This is my
you need
welding
a lawyer
trade.
friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm stacking them up. I have a friend. If someone challenges me to eat a hot pepper, I got one friend here.
You got
I can
two.
do it. No, Riley's not my friend.
Oh, okay.
He sounded disappointed there. Oh,
Well, we're just being mean on this Tuesday. Love that for everyone. Way to bring the
That's a
energy,
great
Camille. That's
Tuesday.
sweet. Yeah, that's awesome.
I do want to bring up the Nintendo, I guess, Indie World Direct and the Partner Direct. I kind of like this format.
Did you say
that they
New
do there.
World Direct? Like a
Indie
New
World.
World Order?
No, I said
No one
Indie
said
World.
that.
Oh, I thought you said New World.
No
I'm
one
like,
said that.
I said
No one was even
Indie
close
World.
to saying that. Leave Marcel, please continue. I'm so
What in the world?
Like, we're almost 20 minutes in. We haven't
I
talked
know.
anything about
Let's
video
talk about
games.
it.
There's some video
Oh,
games
no.
here. The direct start off with some with our nice little Canadian hit, Ballestroke with coming with The Witcher as well.
Hell yeah.
They
Game
did
of the
a
year
nice
keeps on
surprise.
getting
Game
better.
of the year, yeah, that's really.
I
neat.
love that they call the update what was it, the Friends of Jimbo?
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty dope.
all free too, which was great.
Yeah, today.
All right.
today.
Yeah, it came out today.
Yeah. There was a lot of games that they were like coming out today. That was wow.
Yeah, the
They did-
Castlevania collection.
Castlevania collection.
Yeah.
Pizza
my
Tower.
highlight- Pizza Tower is a
yeah.
nice surprise as well. My big surprise from this, and like I don't know, like I can't believe they made this announcement. Is the Capcom Fighting Collections? This is the one I wanted. Capcom
Power
versus
Stone.
SNK 2, Power Stone Online.
Power Stone 1 and 2,
Power
baby.
Stone
Yeah, I
1
was
and 2.
like,
Losing my mind. Netback rollback netcode, and then they also announced Marvel vs. Capcom collections coming out next month, 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Did they give a release date for Capcom vs. SNK, that fighting game collection as well, or was it just Marvel?
They
that-
gave
the
Marvel and
Capcom
then
has to-
10.5.
Yeah, the fighting collections is 2025,
Oh, okay. So okay, they're both
and Marvel one is coming out next month, and then physically in November. So
right. That's what it
Which
was.
is
Okay.
cool because the physical version actually comes with a limited edition comic book that comes.
Oh,
with
no way,
the
really?
know
game
that.
and has new art and an original storyline.
and where
that's
can we
cool.
get this?
You could find it at any retailer that sells things, but you might be able to find it at Walmart right now. But
I don't. Yeah,
Not
right now.
affiliated.
Not affiliated, not sponsored.
And again, this is just a completely organic thing that's happening right now. That is not
Use code Riley Little at checkout.
I'm never gonna walk over.
Did I just hear a PayPal notification going off there, Marcel? Is that what happened?
I'm definitely gonna be going to my local Walmart, be like, Riley Little. They'd be like, what? Like, oh, tell us to check up.
Yeah, that's not something I was aware of at all before. I just saw that they tweeted it.
I did. Nothing leaked. I'm so surprised by this.
Yeah, nothing did. Yeah.
This is pretty much everything that they came out with, even with Capcom fighting Jam as well. Like no one really wants that, but and Project Justice, like people want Rival School to come back, and I know this was like a smaller one, of course. Steve, we did not get Silk Song,
of course not,
and I sadly made a little bet with Mary Kish from Twitch, being like, if this doesn't show up, you can throw a cake at me, and it's Riley's fault. Riley, it's your
fault. I've said so
you
many times that Xbox 100% has the
You did say Xbox.
Marcel just doesn't listen.
Yep.
You gave me hope, Riley. You gave me hope. You're like,
at what point? How? When I said Xbox definitely has the marketing rights to that, you're like, no, it's happening here. It's happening.
This is happening. This is the one.
It's been 2 years since we've seen it at Xbox. There's no evidence to suggest it's going anywhere else.
That is a long ass contract if they were able to keep the marketing rights.
It wasn't even there. Okay, this game's never coming out. This game's a myth. At this point.
The game
don't you dare say
I bet. I don't know. Does Xbox usually have
turn as red as
this year?
Not for unless Game Awards, but that's it.
Game Awards.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the Game Awards.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, unless there still potentially could be a Nintendo Direct before around October.
I think it would be an Xbox. Yeah.
Yeah, I especially with all the speculation that's a Game Pass game, there's no way this is a Nintendo reveal anymore.
Didn't they confirm it's a day one, or is that not confirmed?
I don't think it's confirmed.
No, I remember we looked it up before. I think it's just you just buy it or pre-order it. I don't think it said anything about day one, but I'll take a look.
Yeah. When it's time, I think it's going to be Xbox's to show or brag about.
I know better place than the Game Awards. Firstly, Neva as well.
Yeah.
Looked so
beautiful. From the makers of Gris, right?
Yeah, Gree. Is it Gris or Gree?
Gree.
Oh, they updated the thing.
Is it day one?
It's it's a big ass page now on Xbox, and they're saying play day one with Game Pass.
What a win!
So there we go. Yeah, they're owning the marketing of this. Like, I'll post a link to our Discord, but they are owning the marketing of this.
We'll see. We'll see. Anything from the Nintendo's little surprise today that stood out to anyone? I know it was a quick one. A lot of indie games. Neva does look good. I forgot that's
the Pizza Tower. The Pizza Tower.
I don't think I could ever play it, but the animation looks pretty dope.
For Pizza Tower or Neva?
Tower.
Yeah. I just it's that old throwback. Actually, random.
You know what game looked really good? Morsels.
Yes.
I saw that. I was like, that looks cool. I really like the look of that game.
The art styles were changing throughout. Like it was becoming
there was like weird retro
3D and then 3D.
I was like, that's cool. I like that a lot.
What was the one where it's like a dating sim? You could
date everything.
Date everything in your house.
I posted a picture in our Discord of Jeff. Was his name Jeff? Oh, Doug. Sorry, Doug.
Yeah,
like shredded Doug.
What is he?
Doug is. They explain in the trailer. They explain in the trailer. He's your existential dread.
Okay.
That's who Doug is.
Doug.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Doug. But that apparently everything's voice cast too. There's like and they're I think it's run by Robbie Damon, like his sort of studio they've been working on. So yeah, they got some pretty decent voice cast. I mean, it looks cool. I don't ever play it, but you can date what do they say 100 something people or 100 certain objects or whatever in your house.
It's so weird.
A lot of dating,
including the game itself. They confirmed that you can date the chat box.
What I also liked was the Tetris announcement. I'm a huge nerd. I didn't know it was 40 years anniversary of Tetris this year, which is pretty cool. I'm actually looking for the event that they're going to have in Tetris 99. I play that religiously. So I'm excited for that.
That's only 99 game left, right? Like that whole 99 series. They took everything else away, right?
Yeah. F-Zero.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was not expecting this, but Yakuza on the Switch now.
That was
yeah.
Makes so much sense though. It's coming out the same day as the Prime series. Like,
yeah, something very quick turnaround. I'm surprised they didn't just because they had they haven't had a strong relationship with that whole studio since the Wii U days because the Wii U absolutely bombed, and like they came up with 1 and 2 put together. So I'm surprised they didn't do that again. Like, oh, here's 1 and 2, but. This is a good way to.
They are now separate releases, and that this is kind of the same rollout that they had with Xbox, where they're like, here's Kiwami 1, Kiwami 2, and then they did the remaster collection. Oh yeah, 0, and then they did the remaster collection, which was 3, 4, and 5. So I assume they'll probably hold a lot of those games for Switch 2, only because they are open world. They require a little more power, so maybe it's just a matter of time.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a lovely surprise at the end there. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
What are you gonna say?
Oh, okay. I was like, the Rune. I was like, what? Rune Factory. I love like farming sims, but then like they redid Rune Factory, so it's like feudal era. You have like magical powers. I'm still on the fence about it, but I think I'm gonna check it out. That looked pretty cool too.
What about My Sims?
My Sims is so cute.
Finally getting on Switch in some way, a bigger capacity.
As in our Sims.
Why is it your Sims? They're not mine.
Yeah. No, they're mine. Quit talking about My Sims, guys. They're mine.
Yeah, My Sims.
What was that other Sims-like game that from Korea? What was that one called? Because that one, like the realistic looking one.
Oh, the Inzoi or whatever.
They like Sims are like, oh crap, we gotta step up our models now or something like that. That one looks absolutely crazy realistic. I know a lot of people were liking that game, and the thing is available now to play as well. I thought it was coming out later on, but
can I also say it's kind of weird that going back to those Capcom fighting game collections, like they're not on Xbox, eh?
Nope.
Like that's weird because the first fighting game collection is on Xbox.
I have a feeling, and it's not something I don't.
Is it not? One of them is. I think it was the arcade beat 'em up bundle, maybe from Capcom.
Yeah. Maybe the beat 'em up. Yeah, beat 'em up.
Yeah. They came out and they said it had something to do with the codex of the.
And they said that officially.
I said empty frameworks. I think.
I just find it odd because like I feel like you can make it work. I have PlayStation and Switch and PC.
I'm wondering if it's the development for. I wonder if it's for development for like the Xbox Series S, because I've been hearing a little bit lately of just people trying to optimize games for the Series S has been extremely difficult, and I'm wondering if that's what's holding them back from being able to release it at the same time as everything else.
Yeah, because there's been rumors of Microsoft working on empty framework issues with on Xbox with Capcom, because it's not even on PS5. It's a PS4 edition that you can just
up-res,
up-res, yeah. So.
It's just weird, though, right?
Yeah, really weird.
Like I feel like if the money was there, if they really felt the money was there, they could.
They're missing.
But maybe that's maybe that's just a market like they don't care to really dive into.
I kind of think, right?
Yeah, like they would have made that. Yeah, they would have made that move a while ago, and like from what I'm seeing here, it's like the earlier the collections, like the last one, or like some of the titles, Xbox 360 era.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a long time. Like if they really wanted to update it and were invested in like looking into that market of like fighting game players, they would have pushed that further, but it's probably not worth it for them.
I don't know what they're thinking, man.
We don't make
that's
money.
A missed opportunity.
We don't make the big bucks. We don't make the big bucks, you know? We don't make those decisions.
Yeah. I guess we should officially talk about Star Wars Outlaws. Who has finished the game?
No. I'm 20 hours in.
So am I.
Okay.
So am I. All right. Vess, how far are you?
I'm about like maybe 10.
Okay. Riley?
I want to say I'm like 4, 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't had a ton of time.
No, I was in Boston.
Oh, that's right. Boston. Yes. Okay.
I was not playing any games. Well, any games like that.
The way you said that kind of made it seem as like, no, I'm too cool for playing video games.
I don't
No, because it's just the only time, like my downtime to connect with family. So I usually just play a lot of like Stardew or Tetris 99, or have my Switch just on the go.
I like how we're teasing you and then took a serious turn.
Yeah,
no, I just want to hang out with my family, actually, guys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have a family to hang out with, guys.
Sorry, I have a family that loves me and I love them. Okay, all right, okay, sorry. Just thought maybe you played it. I don't know.
Steve, what do you think of the game so far?
I like it. I think it's a good game. It has some deep inherent flaws to it, but for a Star Wars fan, I think it's a great Star Wars game with like a lot of love and attention to it being in the universe, being in the canon, the sound design, the small little details of it just kind of like fitting within the Star Wars universe. Awesome stuff there. But I just think that for me, this very much feels like the first Assassin's Creed when I want like an Assassin's Creed 2, where it's like, okay, now we can explore a lot of these systems. We can explore the character a little more, because right now I feel like a lot that the game offers is kind of just surface level, especially the reputation system, which was something that I was really looking forward to, as this game was supposed to be this whole, pseudo recreate, or this identification of the underbelly, the criminal underbelly of Star Wars, similar to Star Wars 1313, which so many people, including myself, have been like yearning for. The whole, you're forming relationships with one syndicate while betraying the other. It's all like very, I don't know, set dressy and just very surface level.
It doesn't really do much anyway.
Aside from giving yourself like better rates of a certain
walking in the door, like, oh hey,
I don't know, if you lessen your reputation, it does make it a lot harder for you to be able to get around. Especially, you have to avoid a lot of territory, and they'll just shoot you on sight, which is what happened to me a few times.
That's fair, but
if they see you.
Yeah, like it's a stealth game.
That's one of the problems I find with the game. Sad to say, it definitely needs to be tweaked out a little bit.
It does, and I think that especially when you're looking at the narrative of the game, it makes no complete sense. Like there was one planet, the second planet I went to, Kijimi, where there's this whole conflict between the Ashiga clan and the Crimson Dawn, and the whole time I was like, well, I'm just going to max out the Ashiga clan specifically for the achievement, and then I'll worry about the Crimson Dawn down the road. So I'm making every single choice to be like, no, middle fingers up to the Crimson Dawn. But the story itself is just being like, no, we're going to be friends with the Crimson Dawn. I was like, but I am ruining your plans right now, and yet I'm forming meetings with the Crimson Dawn. We're having chats. I was like, this is what I mean. I wish that it was more like Mass Effect, where it is if you're forming relationships with the Pikes and you burn the Crimson Dawn, well, that's it for you. Like you're on their hit list. You're not going to be able to do anything with them, incentivizing you for a second playthrough. Right now, it's just your end goal is always going to be the same, to my knowledge, and that's kind of a bummer because it seems like there was a cool system there. It's just kind of half baked.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. I find it kind of interesting that how they presented KVS is like, okay, it's just her next. She doesn't trust anyone else.
Yeah.
And then like just easy right away. Oh, you're a robot looking after me. All right, we're best friends. I'm like, wait a minute. You didn't even like sniff the guy out. Like, what's going on? He just right away like, you and I are friends. Let's go to the galaxy. Oh, you almost hit me with a pipe. You're gonna fix my ship. All right, we're best friends now. I'm like, wait a minute. Your first rule for your mother is like, don't trust anyone. And you're like, oh yeah, you're gonna fix my ship for me? Yeah, no problem. All right, we're friends now. Like it was kind of, I don't know.
It's a little silly.
It's a little silly. Some things were said, and then you look at it like, well, that shouldn't be. That doesn't add up,
Yeah. But I think that the gameplay itself, like the stealth gameplay, very Watch Dogs like. I see a lot of that comparison, and it's very true. I like that aspect, but again, I would like it fleshed out in a sequel. There's good bones here,
or even that story expansion. It's a story expansion, right?
Yeah.
See,
yeah.
The one that's coming later on.
Yeah.
I know, like, that definitely needs to be ironed out. I know the game came out, and things could be patched out and everything, which is why I'm like, I could like turn another way. I'm like, oh, that'll probably be ironed out when the game officially comes out. But one thing that I saw was if you send out Nyx, and like there's two guards, and like it'll just you literally put Nyx right in the middle between them, and the only one guard would be like this, and another guy's like.
That I found a bit odd.
What a boring thing.
Yep.
I'm like, bro, what are you like? Look, both of you look like I'm trying to track both of you.
Yeah,
it was a little silly that I'm like, why doesn't that work?
I know I had the same problem because I was on a mission where I was trying to be able to because it's weird. I do like the game. I am a fan of it.
The game as well. I'm not.
I think we're just I want to at least clarify that I think it's fun. I think the narrative is great. Honestly, it's the epitome of the classic Star Wars line, scum and villainy. It really is. Like you are in the underbelly at they say even the beginning of the game. You're at the golden age of the underground, and it's the perfect spot for it. Time-wise. It's the Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, so it's Empire's at their peak, but they're also worried about they're concentrating on the Empire, on the rebellion. So it's the syndicates that basically rule the world, and you are a character that doesn't really know much and how to survive, and so you have to learn how to be able to do that. I kind of like that you get to do that in Star Wars. Whereas usually in Star Wars, you're kind of the hero pretty much right off the hop with, either force abilities or what have you. You're just special in some odd way. But with this, it's like, yeah, okay, you're playing the character that is just trying to get by. And I do like that. But the stealth is something that I wish was way better. Coming from the studio of stealth with both Splinter Cell and Assassin's Creed, I had higher hopes for that.
They did Division.
Yeah, Massive only did Division.
No, I know. I'm just talking about Ubisoft in general.
Sorry. Okay, my bad.
Of Splinter Cell and Assassin's Creed and but even still, actually, even with the Division, they were pretty good at cover mechanics for combat. Not so great this one. I mean, it's okay,
especially enemy AI. Like they'll they're right there because one person will be focused, the other one just be like, boring day today, and you actually hear them saying boring day today. I'm like, what? I'm right over here. I shoot me.
And it was, and I don't know if anyone else had this issue, because especially with combat where you have a gun and that you can switch between different modes to be able to do certain things. So there's one that you not really it's minor spoilers, but whatever. But you do unlock essentially what they call an ion module, where you can be able to shoot sort of electricity at any droid to be able to disable them, or shields to be able to disable that. I found that the switching between having to be able to shoot a dude with shields, so the shields go down, they're stunned, so they're trying to be able to to kind of recover, and then by the time that I'm trying to be able to switch over back to my blaster and then be able to shoot them, it takes forever to reload, so I can get maybe 2-3 shots off before their shield is back up again. And because I'm getting shot by a whole bunch of dudes at once, and 2 or 3 of these shield ones, it's I don't know. It was just frustrating beyond belief. And then the stealth, as you said earlier, when you're talking about trying to distract the 2 guards at once, I was trying to be able to find my own way across this one large room. And I guess I was going not the optimal way, because I couldn't figure out a way to just get the 2 guards away from where I need to go. And so I just sort of doubled back, and I found, this is where the game wanted me to go. And that's another thing with the issue with the stealth, is that usually in all these stealth games, there's multiple ways to be able to attack a problem. And
was that the Galactic ship?
This was the fuel depot. Yeah.
That honestly, I think that's the worst segment of the game so far. Even when I demoed it, I was like, this infuriates me to no end, specifically because it's that same issue where it's you present to me a large room. Why can I not explore it like a large room?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it also I agree, that is probably the worst one that I saw. But there were other areas where, because I am a big fan of stealth in any game, but my goal in any stealth game is to try to get through an entire area without anyone even knowing that I'm there. That's how much I care about stealth. And in this, there were so many times where I am it always goes I'm stealth pretty much right at the beginning, but then somewhere halfway through, some random dude finds me around some corner that I don't even know how. They must have super sight or something, just to try to find eagle eyes, and they're able to. They found me, and then now I'm having to basically shoot my way out and hopefully be able to catch the person before they get the alarm. But already by the time that the icon pops up where oh, this is the person that's going to go after the alarm. They're already running. It's like sprinting to the whatever the alarm panel is, and it's around a corner or it's underneath a thing, and there's no way I can be able to get them like shoot them down before the alarm goes off. And then there's more good dudes coming in, and it's frustrating at times. But I don't know.
I will say though that with the stealth, I really like the fast talk ability that you can unlock, where it's like if you get caught, you're like, whoa, like let's settle down, and then you just like whip out your gun and shoot.
Yes.
I finally I just unlocked that not too long ago. I was like, yeah, that's the stuff right there. To at least be able to help eliminate that.
So Vess. Yes. I love how you just respond to that now. So okay, back at SGF, right? We had that demo where you're playing through. I found that difficult as well, like with certain stealth options, trying to go through, and it felt like there was like this, it was contrasting because like you'd be in a hangar and no one would see you, but then you're more in close quarters and like people won't even be looking in your direction. And then it's like they sound the alarms and it goes off. And I understand that could be frustrating, but did you find like there was like the challenge part? Like if you had to redo that area, you were like, okay, this feels fulfilling.
When you actually finally complete the section,
yeah, like or like if you happen to die in that area and like you go back at it and like it did it feel like there were ways around those portions, or it was just like no way to like do this fully stealth?
I think it's half and half. There are times where I would die and then or get caught and then I'd have to go back and through happenstance, whether it just randomly one person just wasn't in the right spot, or their patrol pattern was in a different spot, that essentially I was able to kind of exploit a little bit and get past it. But then there are ones that it is pretty satisfying, especially when you use the combination of Nyx plus your own abilities and being able to send Nyx to sabotage a panel to be able to turn off the alarms, and then you can be able to get stuff to be able to, you can distract a guard here to be able to bring them over towards you, take them out, and then immediately shoot the second guard that was there. There are moments where you can create fun Star Wars moments, but it's hard for me to say this is a stealth game or this is even a combat game. I don't know if it knows which is which.
But then can't you argue that's like for the player to decide, or is it just like you don't get that feeling? Because in the demo I couldn't get that feeling either, but also we were with a limited time.
It's not. So I would say that it essentially, what you see is really what you get. There's not a lot of huge amount of upgrades that I've been able to unlock to be able to make it even more fun. And there's different like weapon modules you can be able to unlock, and obviously that fast talking ability is pretty cool, but essentially there's not a upgrading challenge as you go and as you get better. Like you're not really fully getting better at stealth, or you're not really fully getting better at, I don't know. It's a weird upgrade system that doesn't really change.
I think there is. It takes a lot to get to those upgrades and abilities, because for instance, there's one where further down the road, you get one where you can go to those the alarms and everything, and you can ask Nyx to like sabotage them in a way that if an enemy runs to them later down the road, they'll get like knocked out, they'll get electrocuted or something like that. So it's adding like small little things that kind of change that gameplay loop of the stealth and everything. But it's not like, as far as I know, again, I'm not all the way through unlocking all the ability cards and everything, but I don't think that you get silent footsteps and stuff like that. No, or like
you only movement. You only get one where like you get more health, and that's like through your outfits that you get as well.
Yeah.
So,
my other question. Well, I guess Riley, like, what did you think? But I have a question for Steve later.
Wow. Thank you for the question.
So don't take your time.
No. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for the question so much, Camille. I really appreciate that. No, I think it's okay. Like I enjoy it, but I feel like the opening was so slow. I don't think it was that fun. And then once you get to the open world, like it doesn't really feel lived in, which is kind of like the whole point of like, that's why Star Wars was so like, that's not why, but it was a big part of like people fell in love with the world of Star Wars, because there's just random aliens and stuff in the background. It feels like there's stuff going on that is not part of the narrative that you're following. So it's like that to me is just like not really present in this, which is like kind of a shame. But it is really big. Like the open world is cool, going from the planet, like space to the planet and back out without any loading screens is neat. Like stuff like that. Like I feel like they're on the right path with this.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's like the first step.
Exactly.
It feels like the first step.
That's my point. Yeah. The thing I want to say about like it being lived in, I totally agree with you. Especially Tatooine feels it's kind of rough when you go into the open world where it's like it's literally just sand and it's kind of just it's very boring. But it's when you get to like iconic areas, when you go to like the Mos Eisley Cantina or Jabba's Palace and you're walking like around the exterior of it, you're like, oh my God, I've seen this in the movies and I'm seeing it from this totally different perspective. You can just tell that Ubisoft Massive and everyone that went into creating these locations, even like Kajimi, when you're in the township and everything from Rise of Skywalker, it's like, oh, this is so cool to see rendered in a 3D game. You've never seen it kind of like this before. So there is like, again, it kind of just comes down to whether or not you're a Star Wars fan or not, if those moments are going to kind of pop for you or if they're just going to be pass you by like nothing. Yeah.
So you mentioned off the top, like this is a good game for like Star Wars fans and like you have those little Easter eggs. But aside from the Easter eggs, one of the things I love about Star Wars is the story and how it's kind of driving itself into like this larger universe and larger lore. Do you think so far as where you are right now in the game that there is enough of a quality story to like drive you through there, or are you still wanting more, or does it have perspectives that it may pick up?
I mean, it's a good Star Wars story, but I think it's kind of elongated to make up for it being a 30-hour game. It is that classic. We're going to pull off this major heist. Now we got to get the team together, which I love Ocean's 11. I love that whole concept. So right then when they were like, we got to get the team, I was like, yes, this is awesome. But then it becomes the whole thing of like, okay, so now we got to go to Tatooine to find this guy, but you get there, oh, he's not there, so you have to talk to this guy who then sends you on a mission before he'll give you the information. I'm like, but now we're just gamifying what should be a really sick story. I don't know where it all concludes and how it goes, but like this would be an amazing Star Wars movie, and I'm having fun like intermittently, like when it becomes like a really cool part of the story, but it does become that point of, now I'm playing a game. I understand I'm playing a game. Now I'm checking off these boxes and everything just to get me to my next destination, the next narrative beat. But the narrative beats are fun. It's just kind of interrupted by the game of it all.
I think that, the story, I'm still interested in it because I like the characters are pretty interesting and I want to know where it goes. But I think that where this game kind of excels is if it fulfills that fantasy of being in Star Wars.
Yes.
The planets that you're on are beautifully created, and I love being able to go into a bar and I see, oh, there's that random alien from Return of the Jedi or from like the cantina in Tatooine. It's just there's all of that, and then overhearing conversations that lead to side quests that you get to do, and the lore that kind of the data pads, kind of like it really does make you feel immersed in the galaxy of Star Wars. And I think that was kind of what it seemed like their goal was. But when you have a lot of that, like a lot of that's kind of spread throughout and kind of trying to be able to make the world like seem real, it's it can be very shallow. It's very wide, but can be very shallow when it comes to specific stuff. And I think in Ubisoft's, or at least Massive's defense, is that I think this is a good first step in trying to be able to get away from the open world bloat that they've been kind of had a reputation of for the past couple of games. This definitely solves a little bit of that. It doesn't seem like they're extremely large maps or too daunting of a map on each planet in order to be able to go to. I liked what they did with the RPG, the upgrade system with the experts and stuff. Like there are things in there that I could see Ubisoft improving on over time. Personally, And I think hopefully that the review scores kind of keep up with like at least enough to build for Lucasfilm and Ubisoft to say yes to. I would love to see a sequel in this with a lot of this stuff addressed, so that we could be able to have the Star Wars game. I think that they hope that we would love as much as we do, like say Jedi Fallen Order or Jedi Survivor.
And that's why I kind of hope they kind of knock it out of the park and clean up like the little hiccups that they have here and there.
Yeah. Well, either way, we should also say
the story expansion as well. So
we should also say that the day one patch, we never got that until I think yesterday. Right. So this is already past review point. Is when we got the day one patch. So a lot of stuff from what I've seen, it supposedly has been fixed, but.
For instance, there's an entire like arcade cabinet in the game, which is like
that's so good.
Yeah, it's so cool.
But at least for me, every time you would go to it, the screen would just like glitch out, and you couldn't see anything. So I couldn't get through the entire review process up until yesterday when they solved it.
What are you playing it on?
Series X.
Okay, because I would say from what I saw, a lot of folks were having more bugs and issues on PS5 and PC.
That's what I heard.
I didn't really see anybody have any issues with Series X, and that's what I played it on.
So the two issues I had was the arcade cabinet, and then the very first cutscene. It was just screen tears the entire time, and I was like, "Oh no, we're in a bad place." And then it cleared up right away. I was like, "Okay, we're fine."
For me, I had one issue with. I was just like, you get off your bike and you're running towards to speak to someone, and like it's like if I was being hit by a wall that was consistently loading that area, even though I could see the area, like it just kept on. I kept like lagging through. So I don't know what was going on. It was like the foresty area that you're in, but I kept on like slowly. I just kept like, it felt like I was just hitting a wall that just consistently like, all right. We finished loading this section here. You can keep on going through and everything. So, Sammy just gonna check out her mic. I think her mic wasn't working, so that's why she'll be back. Okay. One thing that was a little frustrating as well was you. And I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I'm sure some of you already know. But you reach this area that's like apparently impossible because people just gave up checking this area. It's so dangerous. And then as soon as you finish this area, as soon as you arrive and you did what you do in this area. You get whatever information you need. The door opens and we're like, "Who's here?" I'm like, "What are you talking? This is an impossible area. How did you guys get through?"
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There's a big. You had to get something that for your ship, and like apparently they left this abandoned ship that's falling apart everywhere. You also play this in the SGF demo as well. Basically,
you're finding in the ruins of this,
the ruins of this ship that's been abandoned because people just gave up on it, and it's apparently people don't go there and they scrapped everything they scrapped because it's so dangerous to go.
I'm sorry, I thought you meant like it was impossible like in the gameplay.
I was saying sorry.
I was sorry. The person who related to you, they're like, "Oh no, it's impossible to get stuff," but I know you can do it, and I'm like, as soon as you go there, and like people are like, "Who's here?" And then not only that, the person after you, they show up. They're like, "Hey, I'm coming." I'm like, "I thought this place was impossible to get to." But
they were the ones who told you it was impossible.
It seemed like the thing was falling apart. Anyway, Sammy, can you say something?
Hello.
Hey, Sammy, what do you think of Star Wars? If you played it yet?
I like it. From someone who is not good at stealth games, if it wasn't for Nyx, that would be very unbearable for me. I'm actually really enjoying just kind of like throwing Nyx at people and then sneaking up and shanking people. There are like the subtle Star Wars things that I really like too, like the transitions, how it's like this slow fade from left to right. So just like the very Lucasy things. I'm still pretty
cinematography is really good on this.
Yeah. But so far, I kind of like there's a lot of options, which like some people don't like, some people do like. I got scammed in like the beginning quest when you're trying to like get a ticket or like into the elevator to see the guy upstairs. And then I was like, damn it. And then I went back to try to fight him and he was gone. And I'm like, I like that. Like if there's more of that throughout the game, I think I'll be a happy camper.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. It's a good game. They have something that they could build on. Hopefully once they iron out everything in the story expansion comes out, I could definitely see it. That's the thing. I kind of want them to continue this franchise, which is a good sign that from what I play, I'm like, okay, I want more. I want this to be like an ongoing thing. Like I want to continue with Kay and everything.
Yep. I will say, I think we could probably all agree.
Oh, why every single time? I don't know. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, it's all good.
Jesus. All right.
I think though,
5 o'clock.
yeah, I think that we could all agree though. The best part of the entire game is Nyx.
Of course.
It like everything from the mechanics that I wish that actually there would be some mechanics that other games would take note to include in their Star Wars. Yeah, mine's
is that one mine or is that one yours?
Yeah,
Nyx better show up in some goddamn show. That's all I'm gonna say.
I want that eating game that's there. I want more of that. I want a Nyx cozy game. That's what I want. Cozy Star Wars game because I like the mechanics I want to see in stealth. I love the ability that if you're hiding behind cover, if you see like a little thing of money over there and you don't want to go out of stealth, just send Nyx to go retrieve it for you. He'll go get it and come back and bring it to you. And I'm like, yes, more of this, please. And yeah, I think that I hope that more games kind of have like a little companion that kind of help you with stealth because I think that is great. And yeah, Nyx is just the best.
Feels like Star Wars games. That's kind of like the go-to, right? Like
I've got Lily BD1 and Nyx right there.
Yeah. Every Disney film has like a cute English speaking character, and I think
it's all about the toys.
It's all about the toys afterward. You know. Yeah. By the way, there's a lot to do in this game, and especially the mini games or Sabacc. I love that game.
Sabacc.
That was cool too.
I can sit there for hours playing Sabacc and everything. But it has the horse racing one, and I was watching my friend Okadrian. He was playing it yesterday, and he was getting hooked into horse racing, and then the game literally cut him off. After a while, the game cut him. The game's
that's right. I did see that clip. Yeah,
and then there's a timer that'd be like, "Come back in 40 minutes." Like they actually cut him off after a while.
I mean, in the game, it makes sense because it's like, they can't have races all the time, but still.
I mean, he's probably trying to not get people addicted to horse racing too.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't know. I do appreciate it, but I just found it so funny. He's like, "What? No more betting? I'm not gonna go do a quest. I want to place another. I did place another one." You know?
It's like when you're scrolling too long on TikTok and you get the "Hey, you should take a break." Like you've done.
Fuck you, TikTok, for doing that. Like, save your sore thumbs. I'm like, my thumb ain't sore. Leave me alone.
Hey, it's like when you've been playing Zelda. Yeah, Zelda does it.
It's been a while since you should probably go outside for a little bit.
Go Zelda does that?
Grass.
Yeah.
In which game? Do that a lot in all their games.
Really? I never know. I never got that far.
The Wii era as well. They're like, it's been 40 minutes. You should probably take a little 15-minute break. I was like, what? You talking about?
You haven't interacted with a human being in 3 days. Maybe go outside, you loser. Oh, thanks, Nintendo. Okay.
Thanks for looking
up Nintendo.
Yeah. Overall, great game.
Link is my friend.
So I'm enjoying it and looking forward to finishing up as well. I think we're almost done. Steven. I think I have like a couple hours left.
Yeah, I probably would say that there's at least 3 or 4 more major story beats that I have after arriving on the last planet. Just judging by the achievements and trophies, I'm just kind of
You gonna platinum it or get all the achievements? I guess you're on Xbox.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a doable list.
All right.
Any last words for our good friends at Concord you want to talk about?
It's a real shame because this game's fun.
Yeah,
it is. It's solid. It's a solid shooter. Like we should play it, but it's not looking great for Concord right now.
What do you think the issue is?
I think
it's just not. Sorry, go ahead, Marcel.
No, I'll just gonna say that they started development 8 years ago. I'm no developer. I don't know how long. You can take wherever long for your games and everything. But the idea came from something that was 8 years ago. 8 years ago, Overwatch came out at the same time, and they're like, "Hey, we should do something similar to this." A lot has changed in 8 years. Even Overwatch has changed in the last 8 years.
Even Overwatch is an Overwatch, so
Overwatch is an Overwatch. Yeah, exactly. A lot has changed since then, and it is a shame. I tried out Rivalry mode, and which I found it was more catered to their idea of okay, you have to switch a character. That way, like it will eliminate someone, and it gives you a chance to try out a character that someone might be hogging if you were playing the regular mode as well. Which I did see they address rivalry. They lower the leveling cap, so maybe they also recognize that as well. Because I think it'd be like level 6 to get it. I think they lowered it down to like, I don't know what they lowered it down to, like probably 2 or 4 or something like that. But that mode I got more enjoyment out of it. But like everything else, I was like, it's like pulling teeth for me. It's sad to say. And I tried to like the game, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it was fun. Like it's enjoyable, but like partially what you said, yeah, it's 8 years. I mean, games take a long time sometimes in development.
Yeah.
But I think the problem is it's oversaturation of the market of the same type of game. Like I think, with games like that, you really want to be the first to the market. You want to make sure to have that huge pop off. And if you don't have a really big already existing IP attached to that, like Marvel Rivals, the hype Marvel Rivals is getting, it would not be if it wasn't Marvel. Right? Like I'm not trying to bash on the gameplay. The gameplay is great, but if it was skinned as Concord and we never even heard of Concord before, it would not be performing at the level as it had, or having the reception as it has been so far. And it's not even like in its full form, right? So I think like that's the hugest hurdle of it, and that is also like a really tough part of development. And I know Vess, you could talk more about it because you've seen the development side of games that sometimes take a really long time to get out. But it's like I think that's the hardest thing when you have a good quality product, but it's just you're seeing games as you're developing these ideas that already are making your idea like 5 steps in the past, right? It must be crushing for the team, and it's so unfortunate.
It definitely is definitely, I would imagine, probably crushing for the team right now. I mean, I just looked at the Steam charts, and there's less than 300 people playing it right now. But there was something I saw earlier today that potentially it might actually have more players on, way more players on PlayStation, right, or on PS5 right now, or console instead of PC. But in order for this to even to potentially even be a much larger game, is that it has to be popular on PC as well as console. A hero shooter, while it can be playable on console, I think folks would generally prefer to be able to play that on PC. And I think there is a great game in there. I think it's solid. The gameplay is fun. Being able to, like, the different characters having their own special abilities, being able to jump around and play, like playing with the different sort of weapons and the different what each character can do. I think there's a lot there, and they borrow a lot of great things from other games within the genre. I think that if this game came out 4 years ago, this would have been a much bigger game. And I think it's just more of, it's the market for these kind of games. We've already seen it where majority of players aren't really necessarily jumping into a new multiplayer game. They're either heavily into Fortnite, Call of Duty, Overwatch, League, like what have you. Like a lot older games are not really willing to jump into brand new ones. And it's a shame. I really do want, I want to keep playing this. I want to even stream this as well. And I know people are probably going to jump into chat being like, dead game, but I'm like, I don't care. I'm having fun with it, and I'm going to keep playing it. So, but it is. I think, again, if this because trends change over time, and unfortunately, when you're trying to chase a trend, like as PlayStation was doing, and listed for their like live games of service, those trends can change very quickly. And when you're chasing a trend, especially in game development, you got to think 4 or 5, and in this case 8 years ahead. Are players going to be still wanting to play this game after when people are already kind of playing a lot of these different types of games? So it's just the way the market is right now. I think it's just right game, wrong time.
Yeah, I definitely say if you're seeing a trend, you're already behind. So it's just
Yeah.
Well, I think the way I kind of explain, we were talking about it, Riley, and the way I talked about it, off the show and everything, was like, this game reminds me of like being back in high school, and unfortunately Concord is just the unpopular kid at the lunch table right now. It's just, before it even came out, the general consensus was, I don't like this game. And unlike Helldivers, which people were kind of, dismissive or overlooking it came out with such a great value proposition and so much acclaim because of its gameplay, because of how much it was able to engage with an audience and everything, that it immediately became the popular kid in the class. But Concord, I feel like everyone just already formed an opinion way before the game was even available, way before the betas came out and stuff like that. And at this point, you just can't turn that narrative around. And the way I know that for a fact is the fact that we all like it to a certain degree. The subreddit actively loves it too. People are on there being like, no, the game's really good.
Yeah.
But that's not gonna move the needle whatsoever. It's just the general consensus. It's already made up their mind. Not to mention, it had the moundness hurdle of saying, okay, well, not only are you going to pay $40, but then to actively play with friends, four other friends then also have to pay $40 so you can all play together. And I think, unfortunately, in 2024, that is such a tough sell, especially when you have games like Warzone, Fortnite, Apex Legends. All
Even
those games.
Thieves had a better value proposition on PlayStation. Yeah, it's difficult. It's very difficult. I do feel like I wish it was rewarded more than it was, because I think the pricing of this game in particular, or these multiplayer games, is really important to continue. Helldivers did really well. Sea of Thieves came out at a discount on PlayStation. I think that's the $50 spot's a sweet spot. I wish that more games were being rewarded for that. In this,
especially when there's no microtransactions or any store in this game at all. Which is what you think players would want.
Yeah, right. There's an element of that too. There's more value in it. It's not like Overwatch has become give us $100 for all the Transformers skins, or Fortnite's the same now. It's very expensive to be immersed in that environment, that ecosystem. So I was hoping it would perform a little bit better. I think, to your point, Steve, it has performed a bit better on PlayStation. There are strategies they can roll out. You can discount the core game. You can have some free weekends
PS
stuff,
Plus, maybe, or
anything, honestly.
But then it takes money to keep the servers up and running, right?
Well,
that's the problem.
And then it becomes, if you make it free to play, you're gonna have to find a way to make money off it. So it's not working. It's not working. But it is a shame. I do hope that the studio has the opportunity to if this isn't it, they're clearly very talented. They put together a strong shooter, so I hope we see it continue. But it couldn't have landed at the worst time alongside Wukong, Black Myth. That thing just exploded. It became the second best most played game.
But do you think even with Black Myth and with Concord, there's such different games? I guess so. When you're thinking of PlayStation titles, a lot of gamers often compare them, no matter they're different types of games, they're for a different audience. So yeah, I guess you're right.
I think it's just it came out and it was just it's trying to launch something, even if it's different genres or something, alongside Elden Ring, you just get, it's just what, you can't even get your name mentioned in the headline of an article, it's just impossible to navigate. So it's just bad timing, probably the wrong genre, just a handful of things. So I mean, I hope we see more from that team, because the core game is really good.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, I know we mentioned Helldivers and how Helldivers work. I found Helldivers has more of a personality than this game.
It does, yeah.
And you guys were quoting so many things. You probably still quote things from time to time. And I think that's why it works. People were just this is so silly. Let me just try this out as well. I feel I don't know. Part of me thinks they had a story to tell in this game, because there's so much lore in this game.
I think that because the thing that interests me.
I'm just gonna finish up and say
sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Do you think that they a story mode plus this would have helped out a little bit, just to go a little depth to tell you a little bit more? It's hard for me to connect with these characters. It's not, they don't even talk to each other in matchup at the
There's
time.
too many of them.
Yeah.
There's way too many of them.
I think that because they did say that pretty much part of the game is that there will be weekly story cinematics to sort of flesh out this world and tell you more about what's happening and more about these characters. I think though, with that, like sort of, because you get the core, you get the cinematics for the core group at first, and really nothing about the other characters. I think that for launch, this is not me just sort of armchair game dev, but it might have been a better service to have more story at launch and have a little bit more lore in there so that we can get to know a little bit about these characters and how they tie into this world and this universe. Because I think that if you watch the cinematics, there's something there. I got to know it, like the characters that they kind of show you at first. I'm like, oh, okay, I could see why I would want to be able to play as these characters, and it's very much kind of Guardians of the Galaxy kind of vibes, and I want to be able to know more about that for other characters, but you're kind of just thrown in, and you're like, who is Jabali? I don't know who that person is, other than like what is his deal? And I would love to have seen that than necessarily just here's the beginning sort of cinematics, and then you have to wait for a new one, or wait for eventually. Hopefully, there's the backstory of Jabali, where I think they were trying to go for like an Apex Legends type vibe, where every season was like you get to see a new character and that cinematic of that introducing that character. But I don't know if that's something they're doing later on or what, but that's the route I wish that they could have gone, because I would have loved to seen what like it's a cool cinematic of each character, or a cool backstory for each one.
But also playing devil's advocate with that, without narrative content tied to the game for each of us to go through and kind of make it. Does anyone care? Because
no,
I don't.
No, well, but that's the weird thing when they came out with that the backstory. Like it looked cool, like you said, Vess. Like it looked like really interesting. These characters, the Guardians of the Galaxy dynamic between the group. But when you jump into a game like this, you jump right over those cut screens just to play the game. So I don't even know if that would have added any value there. And to your point, like I think they were going for something a little Apex Legends ish, but again, it's like the market's saturated with having your fan base fall in love with the hero, or the what do they call them in Apex? What do they call them in Apex?
Legends, aren't they?
Champions.
The Apexers.
Okay. Yeah, but it is really unfortunate. I would love to see them keep this game going, and maybe in the next year or so we see like a resurgence of like they add really good content, maybe switch up the gameplay a little bit. But at the same time, I don't know if that would even be enough, just because I think we're very, it's just so oversaturated for a type of game like this right now.
Yeah. Well, I guess finally Fan Expo. Anyone, what did everyone think of it? I guess very
too
quickly.
crowded.
Oh my god, Saturday was awful.
It was so bad. I had to
Prime
leave.
Day though. Yes, that is Prime Day though.
You had to go?
Oh, I had it got way too crowded. I was like, I need out. Like it was I was short of the shoulder at times, just trying to be able to get my way through just the main hall. And then it took me like a good exit. 20 minutes. It took me 20 minutes just to try to be able to exit out of the convention center.
Well, it's from one hall to the next. You have like that bottleneck when you're going down the escalators. That's always like the most annoying thing. And I saw people post pictures of it this year, and I'm like, I am so happy.
I basically had to go and get myself a drink. That's how bad it was. I went to the Continental Hotel, stayed in the lounge. There was nobody there, and I just got myself a margarita, and I just sat there, got drunk for 2 hours. It was great. But I'll say, and props to Steve Vess here. Best highlight of the entire con was seeing the Let Your Playground panel. You did a fantastic job.
Oh, thank you.
That was so cool. How did that come to be? And like, I don't know, what was your like favorite moment from the panel, I guess?
Yeah, regale us, Steve.
I just got the email from Victor Lucas. Initially, the pitch was, do you want to just sit with me on stage? We'll do like a fireside chat to probably talk about like his whole EP Classic initiative that he's doing on YouTube every week. And I was like, yeah, totally. Like, me and Victor are cordial with each other. So I was like, absolutely. And then within a day or two, he was like, "Oh no, now it's going to be a reunion with Marissa and Sean." I was like, "Oh, now this is dope." And to your point, yeah, I think that was just the coolest thing. Is like I'm sure many of us sitting here and many people that are watching the show as well. I grew up with EP. I grew up with Reviews on the Run. I grew up with seeing, like Marissa and Sean in front of the CN Tower. And I was like, oh my God, I know Toronto. That's crazy. Yeah. That's so Hollywood of Canada. That's incredible. And then, just to kind of be on the stage and kind of be able to share that moment with the audience and community who've grown up with those shows. I think that was the coolest part.
Yeah, no, that was you and Xbox were probably like my big highlights of the gaming side of things for Fan Expo. So it was definitely,
that COD thing.
Everything.
Looks so cool. The photo
as well. Yeah. So
I didn't realize that was the photo thing. I thought it was just take a picture in front of the background, but I didn't know that was like a whole animated thing.
No, so did I until I saw Kirsten's on his Instagram story. I was like, oh my God, this goes hard as fuck. I need to go back and do this.
Yeah, I saw yours and I'm like, God damn, I got to do that too.
Yeah. I know. I wish I was able to do that. Kind of kicking myself for not doing it, but I did get a picture with Indy. I got to wear the hat. That was cool. Yeah.
That ring you guys did for Lord of the Rings.
Oh, fucking A. Like that stupid ring.
The ring pop.
Well, I got a fun fact for you, because the people who were making it or teaching you guys how to make it is my friend's sister. I didn't.
No way.
No, and this is not me. This is not me backpedaling in any way, shape, or form.
I'm telling
Good old backpedal sailor.
This is not. I've said this. I even said this to you guys after it happened. The artists that were there were great at being able to teach people on how to be able to make a resin ring. They were fantastic. They gave you all the supplies. They gave you all the help. That if you asked for help, they were totally willing to be there to do that. I think though, it was not exactly the best environment to be teaching people who've never touched resin before on how to make a resin ring. Because I had no clue what I was supposed to be doing. And the thing with resin, when you're making stuff that's resin, it has to be super precise. You have to be you have to be very skilled in it so that there's no air bubbles. It takes a while. You have to know how to how much resin to be able to put in and all that stuff. Like all that combined, that skill level, you can't just give to a newbie and expect a great ring coming out of it. So
poor Steve couldn't even get his done. They're like, yeah, come back later. So
I'm fine. I survived.
Sounds like a terrible activation.
It was a cool activation, just the wrong place to do
on paper. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I said. I was like, this would be a really cool idea for Prime Video to do over the course of a weekend, where it's like, in Toronto,
like this was like a special event for
exactly. Go to the harbor front or like the waterfront, set out your schedule or like your meeting time or whatever. Come by on a Saturday or a Sunday. You're there for like an hour, and then they just do rotations all throughout the day. That would be cool. Yeah. Not at Fan Expo. Fan Expo is like get people through the door, get them out, blah blah blah. Yeah.
I'll ask them if they could give us a private session, or something like that.
I would love that. Because I think that they were fantastic. That they were like once you're in there and they really helped me out because I couldn't see the little tiny holes that you had to put the syringe into the mold in order to be able to do it. So I'd actually had to ask for help. So they were fantastic in doing that. Yeah. I just wish that I knew enough to be able to know how to properly do it so that my ring could come out better. Because I would have wore it. If it looked pretty decent, I would have wore it. But by the end of it, because I screwed up a little bit, they had to kind of use like a silver Sharpie in order to be able to put in fill in some of the rough spots. That it was because of me. So yeah, shout out to the folks.
It's not because of you, Steve. It's not because of you.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
I don't know. I just think right activation, just wrong place.
You need to let it go, Steve. It's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
My disability got in the way, y'all.
Say it's not your fault.
Do it.
He can't
say it.
This is like a weird Goodwill Hunting situation.
Do it for me.
It's not your fault.
You ain't Robin Williams.
Oh, anyway. Were you gonna say, Camille?
Did you guys walk away with any what was your one piece of favorite?
I want to hear Sammy's. I want to hear Sammy's.
Yes,
Sammy.
I didn't get my banner yet. yet. I know that's what
I know. I was setting you up for that one.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I wish I'd been like, here it is.
I know.
If I had it, it would be like
What
right
banner?
here, right now. So the Fem / BMO / MLS.
Oh, that banner. Okay.
That banner. So at the booth, there was like, it's bigger than me. It's like a 6-foot banner. And they're just like, yeah, you could keep it. And I'm like, hell yeah. So eventually I'll pick that up. So that will be my coolest takeaway. But I did get a pretty nice print from Baldur's Gate. So
Nice.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
Nice.
I got a dope. Actually, Marcel and I, we both got some dope button-up shirts. I got
Really
a power
dope
line
shirt,
My
from
Muppets
Goofy
one.
Movie. That's such a cool. My favorite hoodie or my favorite shirt.
did you
bought
both
a
get that
bottle.
Saturday?
Yeah, we were both got the
Is
same
it
time.
is it like the
Yeah,
coloration
Saturday.
of
Thursday.
Powerline, or is it Powerline on the button up?
Hold on, I'll go show you. I'll grab it.
A little bit of both.
We need a show and tell. This is a show and tell moment.
I'm not showing
I'm
mine.
not. I'm not running downstairs now.
I'm not.
But
Did
I
you
got-
get it too? You got it too?
who?
You got it as well?
No. I got other things. I got a Hollow Knight print. I got a signed print from the artist who does all the Goosebump book art designs. He was there. He had a booth, and I got the Welcome to Horrorland cover there.
Oh, looky.
And then I got a Doodle Bob Funko Pop.
Nice.
Doodle
That's
Bob.
all Doodle Bob.
Doodle Bob, yeah.
Where'd you
Ahoy
put 'em?
Mignoy. I haven't put them anywhere yet. I haven't unboxed them.
Look at you.
Yeah.
That's
So
Nice.
obviously, they're not the best to be able to wear over a hoodie, but it's got like a whole bunch of Powerline stuff in there and little patterns, and it's pretty dope.
What do
You
you?
want me to do that? You want me
There
to
we
do that
go.
for you, Riley? Does that help you? Yeah.
Yeah.
nice.
So this
Switch
is
it over to
covers
Riley.
the entire hood, the entire shirt.
Powerline. The lightning kind of looks like it's supposed to be the Mighty Morphin, and then like the little antenna thing on your left side looks like it's the top of the the headquarters, like Zordon.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yep. I agree. But yeah, best Disney song ever. Eye to Eye.
I mean, the best Disney song.
Oh boy.
Mulan had some bangers.
We're not going to get into it.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, man.
Maybe
Come
pull
on.
like
Yeah,
Aladdin
man.
or like a Lion
Oh,
King or
no.
something
Be a
like
man
that.
is. Lion
That
King.
is that.
Mulan has pretty dope. Yeah.
Be our
That-
guest. Well, I don't want to get into it. It's not like
No, we need to get into
That's
it.
the
Maybe
whole
another
episode.
episode.
I mean,
We have to
Circle
just
of
get
Life.
it.
I mean, come on. Like it's there's some anyway. I mean, Mulan's
I mean,
great.
Powerline.
We really
You're
should do
comparing
like a-
Powerline to Circle of Life, the
Listen,
best Disney
you-
song.
It's up there.
You got
It's
a
up
friend
there.
in me. You got a friend in me. Is
Oh,
at
man,
least a
come
top
on.
3.
Even
Yeah.
Tarzan had some bops.
Oh,
Like there's
Tarzan.
Yeah.
Tarzan did have
Phil
some
Collins
really
went
good.
so
Phil-
fucking
He
hard.
was way
No
too
one
hard.
asked him. No one asked him, but he did.
Yeah.
We should do that though. Definitely
we
episode.
should do it.
Does he have the most? Does he has the most Disney
Your
songs?
ranking
right?
of Disney
Phil
songs.
Collins?
Probably. He did
I
like
think
5
so.
just
He
for
did
Tarzan.
like a lot of Disney songs.
Did you guys see Quentin Tarantino said that he's not
Yeah.
watching?
You never watched
Yeah.
Toy Story 4? Yeah.
He's like, it was
he's right,
He's
though.
not wrong. He's
No,
not
it's
wrong. He's not wrong.
I don't
Anyway,
understand how they're doing Toy Story 5. I just want to
I
interject
don't- I
because
don't
like
either.
Woody's
Well,
back.
so
like,
I found out
weren't
something.
they separated? What? That was the whole point. That
Yeah.
was the
It was
whole
the
point.
goodbye.
So
That
I
was
found
the
out.
point.
I found out something about
Yeah,
the
but
story that
but money.
they were saying, like the story is apparently that like the Buzz Lightyear gets recalled, and because there's something that could be dangerous to kids.
Right.
That was the original pitch for Toy Story 3.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah, because that was the original. It was just like when they were Disney was trying to be able to expand out beyond just Pixar to be able to make the movies. So they hired a studio. There's a great podcast called it's called the Cancel Movie Podcast, where they actually go and find
Canceled
originally
movies.
canceled
Okay,
movies.
cool.
Yeah, and they basically do like actually even find some of the scripts and they actually reenact some of the these scripts. Like my favorite one is they do a Justice League Dark, the Guillermo del Toro original going to be movie, and they found the original pitch script that was the screenwriter and Guillermo del Toro pitched to DC, but it's pretty dope. But yeah, Toy Story 3 initially was going to be where Buzz Lightyear gets recalled. And it goes back to the original factory, and so the toys have to try to be able to go and save them.
Well, I'm glad that concept got recalled.
Me too.
Yeah, right.
What do you think the new one is?
I don't
new
think
one.
it's
That's
one
supposed to be the story for the new one.
Yeah, it's them versus technology.
Right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that
Which
was the
is
whole
also
thing.
boring.
I mean, plus it just doesn't understand how are they together now.
Tech is way better. We all know this. It's not even a contest. Buzz and Woody look like crap compared to Tech.
It's all a commentary on iPad kids.
Yeah, who wants a stuffed cowboy? It breaks it or rips at any given moment.
Me, man, no shot.
I just hope that at the end, the kid or whatever, that little girl is just like, I don't care about any of these toys. I have a Nintendo Switch, and then it just ends. Like
that's it. That's the movie. That was a 5-minute movie.
There's going to be a Buzz Lightyear game. It's going to get meta.
You're so right. You are so right, Camille. That is so yes.
Yeah, like they'll scan the toy into the game and then just throw the toy away and just like
They're like, oh no, here's the Buzz Lightyear game.
They're gonna think he's trapped in the game.
Yeah,
based on the Lightyear movie.
Yeah,
I can't find it, but I was gonna grab my. I can't find it, but I was going to grab my Woody doll because I actually do have a Woody that I got when I was like 13 years old.
Well, now I feel bad for bashing it. Voice the video
I was bashing it too.
Is better.
I was bashing it too, but
this podcast is about tech. It's about video games. So
yeah. Tech is better.
Well, Shrek has come out with a new one, and then Power Wash
and Power Simulator. Yeah.
Shrek theme, so
not gonna lie. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying if we don't get a Shrek yelling out "Get out of my swamp" as you're cleaning, then I'm not playing.
I hope he chases you while you're cleaning. Like, what are you doing? This is it's filthy for a reason. Yeah.
But what I was going to say, one toy I am sad I didn't get was Molly from Big Comfy Couch.
I know.
Oh yeah. Gee.
Yeah.
That looks so. And they had the dust case. They should dust bunnies. Were they selling those, or those were just in like their museum?
No, they were selling dust bunnies. Yeah.
Wait, I didn't see that. I didn't know they were selling.
I didn't see those at all. I think they
already
saw Molly
sold out.
Yeah,
there's a Molly in the clock
case.
They had the clock rug.
Yep.
Yeah. As a blanket too.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What was it, Retro Kid or something?
Yeah.
Retro Kid, yeah.
I have the Inspector Gadget, like the claw sweater from them. It's so comfy.
I have their Video and Arcade Top 10 T-shirt. I love that. I have the Reading Rainbow. I have Jumbo Video. It's man. I wish they would bring some of those back again. I know that's been out of stock. Those have been out of stock for a while. But
they always do. Keep your eye on their Instagram. Every kind of content, like every kind of like big merch drop they do, they bring back some of the classics.
Okay.
Are they affiliated with YTV? Like,
no, they just have a great partnership.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And with CBC and TVO and all that stuff
as well. Like, I think.
Oh my gosh, I want this shirt. They have a Dust Bunny shirt.
I was so close to buying it, Camille.
Yeah.
I was this close.
But not
like the dust. Molly was kind of rude. If you guys remember, Molly was kind of rude sometimes. Yeah, I was like, I don't know about the Molly doll.
She had two.
Oh yeah, that's. Oh man, I'm looking at these now.
I want like a Halloween special where Molly's just killing people or something.
Don't put that on Molly. She may be rude, but she doesn't deserve that. You know.
You don't know what she does after.
You don't know the real Molly.
So
you don't know the real Molly. Yeah.
Didn't they used to have a Beetlejuice shirt based off the TV show?
Yeah, the cartoon.
Oh, that's
cartoon. Yeah, I'm wondering why they don't bring that back because the movie's about to come out.
Was there a special at That's where they just had the posters up, because they had posters up all over for what for Beetlejuice. Was there like anything like a panel or anything?
No. They were like supposed to be photo opportunities you can take in front of like the Beetlejuice thing.
Like a bench with like the small head dudes.
You know who had a photo opportunity? Borderlands. No one wanted that poster. That's for sure.
Still won't pay
my gosh.
They were trying to handle the posters.
The Cineplex people were so aggressive. They're like, posters, come get your posters. I'm like, no.
This movie.
I don't want it.
Yeah. Steve, what's going on for you for the rest of the week?
I hope a lot of rest. Other than that, I don't really know. I'm gonna hopefully wrap up my time with Star Wars Outlaws, play some Concord before the servers all die out. And
that's so sad.
I know, right?
Let me know when you're hopping on. I would be down to play.
Yeah, let's get the Concord boys together.
I was gonna say I need to do.
If you're in a group, though,
I need to do a stream for it. So
hey,
the other schmucks that bought it.
Yeah,
that's
the other.
Yeah, the 10 other schmucks that bought the game. Yeah.
Oh, no. That's about it. I don't really have all that much. Oh, Call of Duty Next is coming up tomorrow, and then the beta this weekend. Yeah. That's what I'm jumping on, that beta.
I'm surprised that none of us are actually in DC right now.
Rip Concord.
Seriously, the Concord could not have come out at a worse time. Like, Call of Duty is just going to kick its teeth.
It should have done a spring launch. You know?
Yeah.
I think the moment they were like, yeah, the closed beta is open to everyone who has PS Plus, I was like, that's not a good sign.
That's not a good sign at all.
Yeah, that's not a good sign at all.
Uh-oh. All right. Oh, wait, sorry. Beta is this weekend?
Yeah, it starts on the 30th, so...
Okay.
Yeah, it's Friday.
Let's run it. I'm running it all weekend.
Disney
so
Game Pass. So,
call me.
Yeah, let's do it. I want to get that op skin, that green gas mask.
It looks so good.
I might want to jump into.
Hell yes. Let's get
the
Concord boys
Concord into the COD. Yeah, let's do it.
Wow. Con or Ford, you know. Vest, what's going on for you for the rest of the week? I guess besides.
Honestly, I think it's just basically just playing more games. I definitely will be playing Concord on stream at some point as well this weekend. Definitely for COD for sure. And actually, no, sorry, this weekend. Shoot, I'm actually home with my family. I'm gonna, okay, bummer.
Dang family.
Dang family again. Stupid family.
But they go being family again. Gosh.
Yeah, content-wise, the only thing that's I have this week is basically check out my Star Wars Outlaws accessibility review if you're interested about the accessibility of the game. It's currently up on my my YouTube channel at Steve Saylor, and just follow me at Steve Saylor pretty much everywhere. So yeah, that's about it for me.
I forgot one thing I do appreciate what Star Wars did. If you don't want to do the computer hacking, you can just turn that off.
True.
If people didn't know, I was like, oh, thank God, I don't have to do that. I do appreciate
it. That's fun.
Yeah,
they're actually and there are things that
1,000 times you're like, that's just.
There are options you can be able to help even make that not necessarily easier, but just a little bit more comfortable to play. Like for instance, the slicing hacking game, which is more of a rhythm thing. You can have a thing where it actually will pop up like a circle to kind of help you like in the center, so that it'll help you sort of figure out the rhythm instead of just having to listen to it or just focus on the lights. And then also in the computer hacking, which is more like Wordle. You could, instead of symbols, you can actually go in the settings and change those to numbers. So it makes it a little bit easier.
That helped me a lot. I was like, I don't know what is happening with this.
Yeah.
That one's good. That one's good, but the rhythm-based one doesn't help this guy who has absolutely no fucking rhythm. I'm still
they are difficult. Yeah, you can adjust something a little bit of that.
Like I have everything set down to easy as much as possible. I'm still there like
I know.
I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy.
Riley, what about you, man?
Not too much. Gearing up, just so much freaking wedding prep at this point, to be honest. Like I barely had time to do anything else. So that, and then probably
you got Astrobot stuff too, you know?
Astrobot's coming up, man. That's gonna be
big
really
banner
exciting.
on Young Street of it now. So
yeah, that's a week from Friday. It'll be out, which is pretty exciting. So I'm looking forward to that.
How many Astro banners did everyone find, by the way?
I found 3.
Yeah, I knew it was 3 at Fan Expo.
I found 1.
All right.
I didn't win shit.
There was something to win. I didn't realize something to win. I thought
if you take a picture, of the banners and then you tag, I think PlayStation Canada and use the hashtag, and you find them all, you can potentially win an Astrobot prize pack, which got you like the game plus the controller.
Is there like a Astro plushie or what's going on, like figurine? That needs to happen.
I don't know.
I would like there to be one.
Right? Then come on, Sony.
I mean, there is a plushie, yeah.
There's a plushie,
there are figurine. Hold your Astro controller for you. You know, come on, make it happen.
I've got that plush. Sure
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
pretty
I
sure
got
if
that flush.
Riley or Steve eat a hot pepper, they'd probably make it happen.
Probably.
All right, you know what to
Done.
do.
PlayStation, call me.
I would do it. I would eat a hot pepper for that.
If Hiroki Totoki came up and asked me, "Hey, do you want to eat an apocalypse pepper?" I'd be like, "Let's do it. Let's do it,
What are
boss."
you getting? What are
I'd
you
be
getting?
like, why'd you even ask?
Yeah,
Of course I would.
it's already in my mouth. Like, let's go.
Come
Like,
on, dude.
let's
You
party.
know I do. Just hand it to me.
Eat what?
Quit wasting everyone's time. That's what I'd say. Yeah.
So far, Astrobot on the PlayStation gear store, all they have is just the t-shirts and stickers.
Well, not good enough. Give me out. What about you?
Statue. Damn it.
I want to
I want a statue.
I want 18 inches of Astro.
There you go.
Sammy, how are we always stuck with this?
I don't know, man.
Could you handle?
I find myself doing this in real life now, and I'm like, damn it, Riley.
Just every time, just pull your
Just
hand
be like,
out.
no.
Yeah, no, don't go there. They got me to do it like a couple times, and I almost cut off my hand because of it. I was so disappointed. This
I don't know what they're talking about. What?
What?
You're gonna have to watch it back, man.
Yeah, you guys got to
I'll
watch it back. This is what I'm saying, guys. Don't pay attention. You guys aren't paying attention.
Who are you?
See, Sammy? See, Sammy? The disrespect that us women
I just hear a
have
lot of
on this
hate on
podcast.
I just hear a lot of hate on our beards and our food savers.
All right, I think everyone chimed in. I think we can go.
Sammy?
Damn.
No, Sammy didn't go.
Yeah, Sammy didn't go.
Yeah, Sammy's good.
Damn. But go,
Go ahead, Camille.
Oh crap! Oh, I forgot. What am I doing? I think I don't know. I'm very
Going back to
home.
Boston?
I don't think I'm gonna go to PAX. But I'll
Cancel your thing.
probably organize. I got because I was doing some shows. I finally got the Elgato prompter because there were so many ad
Oh,
reads in
nice.
this one show.
Let's
I
go.
guess.
Hell yeah.
I know how that
And I
is,
just
'cause-
kind of threw the box there. So I got to
It's
clean
good.
that up because I have NASCAR tonight.
It's good. I have it set up on my with my camera, and it's finally the bugs I think are kind of like been fixed, so it actually works pretty well now. So it's great.
Yeah, it's good. I have like the regular prompters, but I thought this would be smaller for some reason. It is not.
I thought
but
so
it is
too.
good size.
But I appreciate that it's a larger screen. Which makes it a lot
Is
easier
it
for me.
portable-ish?
Yeah,
Kinda.
like it's just on a tripod or like a monopod or whatever you want to mount it to. So it is kind of portable, but like because I already have a prompter and I technically could have set that up here, I was like, was this a waste? But I'm gonna keep it because I don't like going back to stores and making returns afterwards.
There's a little bit more functionality than just a regular prompter because this one has
mirror.
I
You can
love
mirror
doing
your
that.
desktop. You could throw anything up there as well. Like
and if you're a streamer, it has your chat. You can put your chat up there so that you're always looking at chat and reading it from there instead of just off screen. So
for a streamer.
Just one moment, Sammy. How can I forget?
Mm-hmm.
How the hell was Twitch Rivals? Congratulations, Camille.
Oh,
You forgot.
Wait, what?
Twitch Rivals.
I was like, wrong woman of
Hello?
color.
No, she's excuse me.
it's the man of color. The man of color.
And then we should end the show. a long time ago,
Tokenizing us.
okay?
Wow, that wasn't me. Yeah.
yeah, I was saying like the white guys in the room are just like,
Yeah.
And who's the guy who
okay.
sent all the front page screenshots and I'm the bad guy?
I know. Thank you. No, I mean, in that moment, you were great. But thank you for that support. Thank you for also calling the two women of color here as one, seeing us as one. No, it was so much fun. I was so happy. And that opportunity, like, just kind of came out of nowhere. So it's great. I think I'm going to be doing more stuff with them. So look out for that. I also have my latest, the latest season for R6. Siege is out, Twin Shells. So you can see the new operator and the reveal that the team put together with that. And I was so happy to play.
that's the one with the wheelchair, right?
Yeah.
I love that. I was like, that's cool. Yay, good disabled representation.
Scope is honestly that team, like seeing everything that they have planned and like their concept, like they really do think of representing everyone, unlike Marcel in this moment, and like identifying. Like,
why did I bring this up? I don't understand.
I don't know, man. But they're really good. I have a really good time, and like it's crazy when you look in. If you haven't like explored Siege in a really long time, and you're already like, oh my gosh, that's cool representation. Just look at the roster of operators. And I don't think there's any other game that is that diverse on all fronts. So that's pretty cool. And then NASCAR. So when this comes out, you could check out the NASCAR VOD coming out soon. So yeah, that's what I'm up to.
That's cool.
Oh, and I got golden berries. They finally grew in my garden.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Very cool.
very delicious.
Good for you. That's awesome. Goldenberries slap though.
They do.
They're so good.
How
long do they take to grow?
About a month. But like they keep going, right?
Oh,
They just keep going.
what is it? Wait, okay, hold on. Sorry. What is a golden berry?
Huge.
But
Yeah, so I only learned about them like
they're not huge.
they're like
They're like
they're
little-
like gooseberries.
Yeah. They're like in little leaves, and you gotta peel them back, and
They're really good. They're kind of
Yeah.
sour or tart. They're good.
a little tart.
Are they?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. They're really, really good. They're really good.
I don't
They're
think I've ever had
sticky.
a.
They're very sticky
They're
too.
very sticky. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a golden berry before.
Well, you gotta get on it. Get on the
throw that
golden
in like a
berries.
yogurt.
Can I maybe have some from your
Yeah.
garden to taste an example? Maybe.
No.
You know what? I'm gonna have to try to make that happen. I feel like I have to see you guys. When am I gonna see you guys?
We gotta
Anyways.
plan something.
Yeah,
You do it to plan.
Halloween. Something for Halloween.
Oh, it's like 2 months away, though.
I should do something at my house. I keep saying this, but I'm just lazy. Yeah, I haven't looked in my room. I'm like, where am I gonna sit all of you guys just in this one room?
that
Yeah.
box
But-
isn't. That
Yeah,
box
maybe
isn't
we do
the way.
it. Maybe we do.
Yeah,
a
guys, come on up
barbecue.
to the room.
Yeah, only you guys can only hang out
to
in
my
the
room.
room.
You guys
Can't
all
go
have to
in the rooms.
podcast while you're here, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
God.
you can
That's right,
only
that's right.
hang out in the room. But I mean, the weather's still warm. We should do like a barbecue or something. It should
Oh,
be
I'd love that. That'd be
good.
cool.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
I am going to let Adam know.
How about
to plan
September
that.
6th?
No,
Oh,
my friend's having a boat cruise birthday.
that seems
Oh.
really
Oh,
fun.
nice.
Oh, that's,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, so
I think that's very important on that day.
Yeah, it's
that's
probably
right.
the most important thing that could happen that day. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What's Sammy up to?
yeah, Sammy?
Yeah. So from my end, speaking of hot sauce, Porsche is actually coming out with some hot sauces. And I'm
Really?
doing some,
Are they going with the
What?
Sriracha Porsche?
like literally, unless you own a Porsche, like don't even bother. It's like very limited. If people are like super interested, they might like open it up. But because I'm doing video work, we're gonna do like a little hot ones kind of session with them.
No
I'm
way.
really excited for that.
So if we eat one, do we get a car?
Yeah, you get your name in
well,
the credits.
essentially, so it's like, the whole thing is like we have the Porsche Cayenne. So basically, there's a sauce for each trim
that's smart.
of the Porsche Cayenne. Yeah, and then obviously every freaking sauce has cayenne in it.
I think
So
it's
lots of
pronounced
that.
Cian.
Cayenne.
Oh, it is so not. It's like
It is not.
ketchup and ketchup. It is not.
And then related to that as well, I did just buy a bunch of hot one sauces myself, so I'm just gonna
Nice.
last dab it up as soon as I can. And I'm gonna be
Wait, so is your work making you eat pepper? Like what's going on here? I don't
No.
What is up with all the
volunteering.
pepper in this episode?
I don't know, but I'm
This season.
volunteering because
Spicy
I love
episode.
hot sauce, and I've never come across a hot sauce that I thought was too spicy. So
Sammy, let me tell you about this apocalypse pepper because it's
Oh my God.
outrageous.
didn't they like make that for hot ones, or is it like one of the newer?
Oh, this guy
creations?
grew it in his
Oh, wait.
garden.
Or was that what's hotter, Apocalypse
like?
or Pepper X?
I think it's like the third hottest pepper.
Apocalypse
This one
pepper is the
again?
third. It's like Carolina Reaper, something
Reaper.
else, and then
Let me take
Apocalypse.
see how 10 top.
I don't know,
Welcome
man.
to a pepper podcast.
Yeah, from a family who makes their own pepper sauce, just seems nothing to me.
So Pepper X is
Yeah.
number one at 2.693 million Scoville. Then there's the
made that
Carolina
for the last
Reaper.
round.
Imagine.
Mhm.
There's the Carolina Reapers, number 2. Number 3 is the Trinidad Moruga Scorpion.
Damn right.
7 Pot Dula or Douglas or whatever. I don't know. But I'm trying to find where you guys were.
The Apocalypse pepper is a form of the scorpion pepper.
Armageddon.
It's a form of the scorpion pepper.
Sorry. Yeah, is classified as a.
Oh yeah, something like that. Okay. It's like,
okay. Then in that case, I'm trying to find the scorpion pepper.
So it's like the third hottest. Third hottest.
I'm trying to find.
I would take a bite.
Ghost pepper is at number 8.
Find out.
We should have tagged you in, honestly, because like Steve and I split a pepper, and I've never been to hell, but I imagine that's what it feels like, because that was not pleasant.
What's the Trinidad scorpion pepper? Is that like just a Scotch bonnet? Where does Scotch bonnet?
It looks like a Scotch bonnet from
it kind of does,
the picture. And that's why I did it, because the guy was like, "Oh, here it is. It's a Armageddon pepper." I was like, "I've never heard that before. That you're a liar." So I'll just do this, assuming that you're just a liar.
Yeah, but you gotta put me in the credits of your video game.
You liar! You liar!
Just giving them away if you like. I don't.
He literally so many questions.
He was literally like, "I grew these in my backyard," and I'm like, "Okay, so you tried one?" He's like, "Yeah, it was pretty bad for about."
I thought it was like a figurine.
2 days.
So did I.
Yeah, he said 2 days. It was about 12 hours, but I only had half the pepper, and it was just not pleasant at all.
Camille, what are you growing, Camille?
Is it a Scotch? I grow Scotch bonnet peppers, but I don't know if the Trinidad scorpion is a form. Like, is that a Scotch bonnet as well? Like, I don't know.
I don't know if they're related.
I only eat food. I don't check what I'm eating.
But besides that, I'm probably going to stream Outlaws at some point, and you can find me at /PetasPants, Twitch, Instagram, whatever. Find me there.
Cool.
What are you doing, Marcel?
I'm finishing up Outlaws as well, and then just some other stuff I have to review as well. I can't remember. The list is too long at this point. Filling up for games, and then Zelda's next month, and then Marvel vs. Capcom's next month too, and then good time for gaming. Good time, and then the COD is this week. Oh boy, and then the Arc is kicking in right now. I got a
holiday season on. it's getting fired up, man. Lots
big Arc is kicking in.
Game review season. That's what it is.
That's right.
Game review season, burger season.
Yeah.
No, I ain't touching that Archburger now. No, so
hard lean going on. Tokyo's the next biggest one, right? I guess.
Riley, you doing it?
I might get it. I don't know. I feel like maybe I'll have half of it.
Jared.
I hear Ronald will put you in the credits of McDonald's if you have.
Ronnie will
Ronald himself. Big clown himself.
Yeah, he'll put you in it. Yeah. Well, besides that, thank you so much for tuning in. Next episode is the 1 year episode, so we got to figure something out. Camille, let's have a party at Camille's house.
Oh, next week?
Next week's episode.
We're just volunteering you for next week. Yeah, that's what happened.
Figure out what we're doing.
All right. Okay. All right.
Good luck. Good luck. Party at Camille's.
Yep. Okay. Wait, are we recording?
Weird way to end the episode.
I know. Are we recording like next week? It's a holiday, but we're recording on
not on the Tuesday.
That's true.
Tuesday's the day.
So wait, you guys want to do something at my house on Tuesday?
No, we're just joking.
We'll figure it out. I'm gonna end the episode. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Camille, don't change. You're awesome.